So you want to learn how to draw? Well, you've come to the right place. I'm Robbie Greer from Rusticated Art, and this is my Fun Times Family Art playlist where you get to draw along with me from the comfort of your own home. Now be sure to watch through to the end, because not only will I be sharing with you all the tips and techniques that I've learned along the way, but I'm also going to be giving a shout out to another very special channel. So what do you reckon? You want to get started? Oh, come on in. Okay, now in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to draw a three-dimensional image using one-point perspective, and we're going to be needing a pencil, an eraser and a ruler. Now just an ordinary ruler will do, an ordinary pencil will do, and an ordinary eraser will do. Now the first thing is I want to just draw in some shapes. So now you don't have to use a ruler to do this, but I do, because it's just a bit quicker and a bit tidier, just to show you. Okay, alright, now make your lines lighter. As I said, mine are a bit darker, so you can see what I'm doing. Just different shapes. Take your time. Now I've got a little template here which I'm going to it's just to make things a bit quicker. Where are we? Here. Circle over there. Here. Now the next thing we do is we put in what we call a horizon line. Now a horizon line is the line that our eyes see. It represents the viewer's eye level. Now the other thing we do is we put in what we call vanishing point. Now this is where everything is going to meet up, and we start going to the outside point there and we go to that vanishing point. See that? I'm obviously doing it darker than you need to, so that you can see it. And these are going to be like they're floating. First off, I'm just going to do converging lines. That, from there to there. Outside line, the furthest point out is there. There. Over here. There. There. And here. There. And there. Okay, now to make our little squares or our little objects, we need to stay on the same parallel. So that line there, we slide that across gently, it's got to be the same angle. And here, slide that up. This is handy for doing, like when you're doing perspective buildings and rooftops and things like that. It'll be the same here. One point perspective is real good for looking down the view of a street with buildings on both sides. So the same principle applies. And here, there's sort of a tube. There. One here. And for this is making an orb or a sphere. We would shade. That's the way it's facing, pointing towards to that vanishing point. It's just a quick tutorial. Now we can rub out the lines we don't need. Brush away the crumb. Oh, that's the other thing you'll need is a brush, just a little brush. Come in and tidy it all up. And look, it sort of gives the impression that they're all floating, but they are all in perspective. Lighter in there. It's as if, say for example, how we're doing it is the light source, say the light source coming from that way. So it's going to be darker. Now we're not talking about shadows here, like car shadows. It's just that it will be darker on that side, it'll be darker on this side. That'll be the darkest on that side. The back of this one. And this is very basic. It's something that you learn probably high school. In your art class, the teacher there would be showing you how to do it. It's just to get an idea on how to go about doing a one-point perspective drawing. I'm doing a bit of cross-hatching there. This is there, you go like this, and that's what you call a hatch. And when you go across it, it's called cross-hatching. I don't use it very much in my drawings, but a lot of people do. There's nothing wrong with it. It looks great. Now when I'm doing my research for a tutorial like this, I do reference other creators' videos. You know, I don't copy them, but I do get a lot of good ideas from them. So it looks as though everything is just sort of hanging in there, just hanging and floating. But they're all exactly lined up to the vanishing point, the VP. So that's how you get everything in perspective. So, you know, when you're drawing a building, this could be the building here. You know, just imagine it. And that's how it would look if you're looking at it straight on. It would look like that. Because you put a roof in and all that. I've got a video on all that. I've done a video on 2-point perspective. Now let's just try something a little bit different. I've got another stencil here. And let's just put, let's say a W. Just quickly. Now, we don't have to use the same point for the vanishing point, but let's just draw an horizon line here. So it's above the horizon line where our eyes would be. And we'll put the vanishing point there. So, just go like this. So all what they call converging lines all meet up at the vanishing point. Now, we don't want it to go too big, so we'll come out there. And once again, we've got to keep the lines parallel. Here, here, and here. Rub out the lines we don't need. And that's how we do a font, a 3-dimensional font. Shade that in. Everything is pointing in the right direction. It's a bit wonky there, don't I? I don't know why that is. It's just me, I think. Well, there you go. Just a quick tutorial on how to do 1-point perspective. You know, I can't think of a better way to relax the mind than by learning to draw. Your mind really has no choice but to focus on the task at hand. Let's go and have a look at this week's shout out. Now, let me introduce you to a channel called Hey Painting. Now, to be honest, I'm not too sure whether the artist involved is a man or a woman. They don't show their faces or anything like that. I'm just assuming it's a man, only because of the short fingernail. So please forgive me if I've got it wrong. But anyway, I first came across this channel, some time ago now, and it's mostly about abstract painting. And I'm not really a big abstract painting enthusiast, but when I came here, I couldn't believe how beautiful the paintings are. Honestly, it just sort of made me think, wow. But not only does he do abstract painting, he also shows us how to paint like Claude Monet, Henri Matisse, you know, Renoir. And you look at them and they're just so beautifully done. If you're an art enthusiast, you're going to love this channel. So when you get the chance, jump on over there, tell them Robbie from Rusticated-Artist sent you. Well, I know you'll really appreciate that. And as usual, I'll leave a link in the description below. You know, I can't think of a better way to relax the mind than by learning to draw. Your mind really has no choice but to focus on the task at hand. Now, if you like what you're seeing and feel you're getting some value, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share it with your friends, because if you're enjoying it, the chances are your friends are going to enjoy it just as much. Now remember, it's free to subscribe. So if you haven't yet subscribed but would like to, hit that red button, ring the bell, and that way you'll get notified every time a new video comes out. Now, if this is your first time here, I'll leave a video over here that I think you'll enjoy next. Well, that's about it this week, my friends. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one. Same time, same place.